Of African Unity as a month where we celebrate our rich heritage and culture. As a symbol of unity amongst all Africans, the idea is to collectively address issues that we're challenged with. It's that time of the year again where Africans are urged to take pride in their continent. This Africa Month, Gcwala Ngamasiko Cultural Festival returns and will be celebrating its 14th year. To share more on the festivities today and what's been happening throughout the week, we are of course joined by Benjamin Mfaba. Welcome to Morning Live. It's so great to have you.
Good morning, Pal, and good morning to the viewers.
Gcwala Ngamasiko, 14 years later.
Absolutely.
Tell us about the evolution of this festival.
When we started 2004, we never imagined we will be where we are now. Particularly the fact that our resilience, in putting the program has ensured that we now have a month dedicated, to celebrating Africa. When we started, we were doing it in the month of August. Then we moved to September, when the new minister, Mr. Natim Tetwa, came in and said, you know what, in the 3-year tenure, under his tenure, he said, I want to make this an annual, event, but celebrated across the country. So it's been a wonderful journey for us. We've managed to put African issues on the agenda using arts, culture and heritage as a platform. Indeed,
and there are a lot of festivals that are taking place, particularly during this Africa Month, just highlighting the beauty, the challenges that we as Africans are faced with. Do you find that more and more people baya Gcwala Ngamasiko, or do you think it's still reserved for things like Africa Month, Africa Day, Africa Languages Day, Heritage Day, or do you think just in daily lives people are baya Gcwala Ngamasiko wabo are taking pride more and more in their culture and heritage?
Absolutely. Gcwala Ngamasiko simply means to embrace your cultural identity, however diverse it may be. That is very encouraging because we are in a continuous search for our African identity, particularly in terms of our Ubuntu spirit. It's not so much more about the dress code, about the food cuisine, about the artifacts, but I think it's more spiritual, it's more metaphysical, it's more, the mindset, how we treat one another in a humane way. Being able to center, all the possible, help that we can. For example, the theme we use this year that we're joining our national government is the year of Nelson Mandela, building a better Africa and building a better world. So using arts and culture is a platform to say, how can we build one another in the smallest way? There are initiatives, there are things that we can do that necessarily don't need resources such as money, but basically need your heart. So we are hoping that through Gcwala Ngamasiko, we are making an appeal to all Africans, even South Africans, to say, as human beings, can we treat one another in this particular way?
And I love the fact that you say there is more to African culture than just music, food and dance. Yeah. But what is on offer at the festival this year for people who will be attending?
We started yesterday with a welcome dinner where we hosted countries such as Senegal, such as Ivory Coast, such as DRC Congo, Kingdom of Eswatini, Zimbabwe, Rwanda, among others, joined by the various provinces, in our country, where it was more celebratory mood in terms of music and dance. And today, we are on a tiki parade using a double-deck bus. People around Pimville, around Kliptown, around Dlamini, and those surrounding areas, they are more than welcome to join in the party. So we're going to have, a parade, basically an impromptu display of performances. And then we move to Vilakazi Street around 2 p.m. today, just to galvanize people and say, here we are all Africans, let's celebrate. This is a platform to say, can we connect? Create avenues for possible continuous communication. And then tomorrow is the finale day, starting at 10 a.m. until 6 p.m., where we'll be having, among others, keynote address by the MEC of Gauteng of Arts and Culture here in Gauteng, Mayor Faith Mazibuko, and also the ambassadors that are representing the countries that I've just mentioned. So it's a family affair, adults, young people, as well as children. They are more than welcome to come and enjoy the festivities with us. And it's a secured, well-saved area because all the necessary bylaws have been met in terms of ensuring public safety and public peace of mind. So people are more than welcome to come. It's a free entry event.
And where is it going to be?
It's happening at the Walter Sisulu Freedom Square in Kliptown, Soweto. That is tomorrow between 10 and 6 p.m.
Phenomenal. Now, before I let you go, Benji, I want to talk about, us being such a diverse country and being such a diverse continent. Yeah. There's so many differences among us, from the languages that we speak to the different cultural and religious beliefs that we subscribe to. In South Africa in particular, do you think that we are doing well in terms of embracing each other's diversity?
We have our struggles, but we are reasonably doing well because the concept of Rainbow Nation that was set up by Utata Mandela, it's still in motion, but it needs the support of all of us, government, business, society, and all other people and relevant stakeholders to be able to harness it and grow it, not just in South Africa, but across the country. But more importantly, I think our government and the African governments, they need to invest in culture, in arts and culture more, because there's this notion to say, because arts and culture doesn't give you ROI, the return of investment immediately, that is liquid. So for those reasons, then they hold back, not realizing that those kind of ROI, they come in a form of stable individuals, stable families, and stable societies.
And an inclusive society.
Absolutely.
And social justice
Absolutely.
as well.
Absolutely.
Benji, thank you so much. It's been such a pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you very much.
I look forward to being at the festival tomorrow.
I really appreciate it.
That is Benjamin Mfaba, the event organizer of the Gcwala Ngamasiko Cultural Festival. Today wraps up the month-long of events around Africa Month. So if you are going to be going to the festival tomorrow, it starts at as early as 10 o'clock. And of course, Benji said it's a family affair. So you can take the kids, your spouse, your family and friends, and just go have a great time celebrating Africa. Time for a quick break.